wanted to first of all tell you that the TIF legislation in the General Assembly has passed, and what this is going to create for St. Louis County is one commission to deal with TIFs. 6 of the appointees will be made by the municipalities, 2 will be made by the St. Louis County Executive, and the rest will be by the school districts and the other taxing entities in St. Louis County. I wanted to say that there's apparently a lot of people that have forgotten that we can bring forth now, after the legislation has been passed, the TIF legislation for the Old Town area. This will be for our historic area, and we can have that plan that we had, I think, about 2 or 3 years ago, and we withheld that plan because of the TIF legislation that was in effect at that particular time and is in effect now until the governor signs it. We'll be able to proceed with that, and there'll be funding for historic areas, and there'll be funding for other housing and businesses in the area, small businesses. So I think a lot of people forgot that we had that study done. So I wanted to call that to your attention. I think it's going to be a wonderful thing for the historic district. I think it's going to be a wonderful thing for most of the Ward 6 area and the people that live there and have a business there. And this will be a roll around, and we'll have a central pot in which we will gather the exact monies that are derived from the area that was selected. But that's a very extensive study. I'd like to say something about the FEMA flood. We've been working on that for 2-3 years, and thanks to Senator Claire McCaskill, and I want to thank her for coming forward, as Mr. English indicated. I've been working with the residents up there. They're paying an astronomical amount of money just for flood insurance. And now they're going to change the mapping, the Corps of Engineers, and that should give them some relief, hopefully, from the awesome burden of $1,000 to $1,500 for each household. And I can conclude that with the ATT and company, I want to give a special recognition to the president and company and the corporation in and of itself. Legislation was passed that they do not have to recognize a franchise with any city. She and I had a meeting, and the president of the corporation downtown, and Mr. Russell was with me, so I take no personal credit for it. But in the meeting, she agreed to do some things for the city of Florissant and buy some additional equipment at the tune of $25,000. I called her when the legislation I knew was going to pass. It was going to be signed by the governor, and she told me that she would keep her end of the bargain, that she had given me her word and given this city her word and this council her word, and she was going to keep it. We have since received $25,000 from AT&T, so you will have your choice of Charter Communications or AT&T in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Do we have a motion to adjourn? Mr. Lee, second by Mr. English. All in favor?
Can I make my 3 minutes?
If I go over, I think you can.